Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax. We are on day 12 and we are on match 4 of 5, but man, it might only be match 4, but this is definitely going to be a match for the ages. We've got the Bullet Club's Kenny Omega, the leader of the Bullet Club, Kenny Omega, taking on a very angry, very hostile Shibata. And we currently have our New Japan World players set to 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 20 seconds. That's 20820. And we are going to be hitting the play button on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And John, I gotta say, I'm kind of scared for Kenny Omega here.
As you should be. I mean, look, Shibata's fierce. He's unapologetic with his aggression. But I will say this, Kenny Omega, for all of that craziness, and I hear people say, oh, Kenny Omega's psychotic. I think he's a very shrewd competitor. He's got a technical finesse to him. Obviously, he can do the aerial stuff. I think Kenny Omega's a tremendous performer as he tried shooting for that single leg. Shibata, though, look at this. Just dancing circles around him.
Kenny Omega keeping up with Shibata.
Indeed, and Shibata, though, look at that, backs up Kenny Omega into the ropes.
He's going to try and take a shot at him, isn't he?
I think he is.
Oh, Kenny Omega reverses.
Now, Kenny Omega, he's got to make the clean break. He does not. I was going to say he does.
He sees that shoulder as a weakness, and he's going to do everything in his power to target it.
And why wouldn't he? If you see any bullseye.
That was a mistake. Yeah, those forearms, Shibata just was eating those forearms.
I think Kenny Omega is an exceptional performer, but that said, you do not want to get in a strike battle with Shibata, and look at this.
I was just about to say, what we haven't seen Shibata do in a while is a face wash.
That was kind of a modified face wash there.
He had the most brutal face wash kicks last year, and he hasn't used them at all this year.
Maybe they're his ace in the hole, at least early going in the match.
Maybe they got banned.
Maybe. I mean, again, Shibata's a very aggressive performer.
Oh, here's the sleeper.
Sleeper right on the apron there.
Unfortunately for Shibata, they are right on the rope, so he's going to have to break right there. He did.
And it wouldn't really... Oh, could this be a penalty kick right to the back? No, drop kick. Okay.
That still has to send a message to Omega that no matter where you are, no matter how safe you think you are, I can catch you.
That's exactly right, partner. I couldn't have said it better. And now Shibata sends Kenny Omega into the guardrail back first.
This is I genuinely think this is Shibata's favorite thing to do to opponents.
Let's think about, though, partner, how important this match is. As Omega again reverses the Irish whip.
Oh, Shibata my God. Shibata got thrown into the guardrail there. He landed on it hard, but he just completely ignored the pain and shot out of it almost as if it were ring ropes with a big boot to Omega.
Let's think about how important this match is for Omega as he wisely rolls out the other side, creating that distance and getting that reprieve. Omega is...
Shibata's not necessarily known as a high flyer, but he might take to the air just for Kenny Omega here.
I doubt it, and you see there.
He's just going right out, and Kenny Omega taking advantage of Shibata's aggressiveness.
Brilliant. Just brilliant. But as I was saying, Kenny Omega sits right now at 3-2. He wins this match. He joins Elgin at 4-2. And
that's true. Shibata is not in that group. All Shibata can hope to do at this point is spoil Kenny Omega's tournament. And if he beats him, that'll bring both of them to 3-3.
And I gotta tell you, while you were breaking it down, partner, my body just shuddered and tensed up. That shin breaker on the table by Kenny Omega.
I mean, we already knew Shibata has a bum left knee, I believe, and that just worsened the problem for Shibata.
And now look at the distance here created between Kenny Omega and Shibata. This could be another count-out victory, the second one of the day, potentially, which would be a first in itself. Shibata, that leg might be shot. And
think 12, 13, 14. Shibata's going to get back in.
That leg, though, is in tremendous pain. And think about this, partner. Kenny Omega, with the one-winged angel, he initiates that maneuver with the electric chair position. And that, you got to pick a guy up really from behind. Those legs aren't going to be able to offer much resistance. So Shibata may be very prone to the one-winged angel right now. And
that's definitely possible.
Just a straight kick there to the bad leg. And partner, I'll tell you, Shibata getting picked apart right now. I
Oh,
know.
and here, look at this. Kenny Omega with the stretch muffler.
Stretch muffler, expertly applied. I mean, Brock Lesnar used to use that hold, used to call it the Brock Lock. He's also a former IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
John, I don't know if you noticed, but I know this is very painful for Shibata's leg, but he's basically doing a headstand, or at least he was, and now all that pressure's on his left shoulder, which is already injured. And now look at this. Kenny Omega,
Oh!
I have to emphasize, not only is he putting Shibata through immense pain leg-wise, but he's also making all the blood rush to his head. This has a similar effect to those long delay suplexes.
I'll tell you, that loss to Michael Elgin, I think
If Kenny Omega can clasp his hands together, okay, no, Shibata got to the ropes.
Shibata did get to the ropes. That stretch muffler was just brilliant. And I think
now
that
you see Omega targeting the left hamstring of Shibata.
I think that match with Michael Elgin, even in a loss, brought out something in Kenny Omega that's been just amazing to watch. And now, just gonna stomp a mud hole here in Shibata. I think he's even targeting, I don't know if that's the bad shoulder or what. I don't think it is, 'cause I don't see any bandaging on it.
No, the bad shoulder is the right shoulder. It's the right shoulder and the left knee that are bad for Shibata.
Right.
And now Omega with was that a slap or a punch? I couldn't
That was a
tell.
punch. And
Yeah.
Shibata responding in kind. Another forearm there by Shibata.
Forearms. And there, Omega with the kick to the hamstring again, going for another shin breaker. Oh my god, onto the turnbuckle.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Oh! Oh, Shibata. Oh, he had to crumple in pain there. So let me get this straight as he hooks the leg here too, and Shibata had to grab the rope. Let me just get this straight, partner. The first shin breaker was on a table on the outside. And then this second shin breaker, we just saw Kenny Omega using the power that he's acquired, moving up in weight classes, and he drove that leg into the opposite turnbuckle. Are you kidding me?
Kenny Omega at the heavyweight level has been a physical freak. And there you see Shibata finally retaliating with a boot in the corner. Now he's going to toss Omega in the other corner and follow up with another boot. That sends Omega down off his feet. Oh, we make a delayed dropkick here. Basement delayed dropkick, and there it is. Shibata is in a lot of pain, but he is also on a little bit of a roll right now.
But think about this though, partner. When you're in that much pain, the rapidity of succession of maneuvers greatly diminishes. Like say for example, if you got a boot in the corner, if you're Shibata, maybe you like to follow it up by taking him to the opposite corner and another boot. You're not going to do that as fast when you've got a limb in that bad a shape. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, hitting those 4 moves over the course of a minute is a lot more effective than hitting those 4 moves over the course of 3 minutes.
And what a forearm there by Shibata, but Kenny Omega again goes right to the leg. Oh, wait a minute here.
Sleeper? No, Omega, sleeper of his own.
So smart by Kenny Omega.
Have we ever seen Kenny Omega utilize a sleeper before? And if so, does he use it to set up for anything like Shibata?
I don't believe he does. Oh, well, we may be about to tonight. No, back
another
to
sleeper.
Did you see that quick succession there?
Did you see Shibata's eyes roll into the back of his head?
I did. The fluidity that Kenny Omega had. Oh, wait a minute.
Backdrop driver.
I'll tell you, watching Kenny Omega.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, watching Kenny Omega wrestle is like watching a chess champion work the board. It's just amazing. And now Shibata gasping for air here. Another forearm there to Omega. Omega responds.
For those of you who don't care for chess, but maybe are more into sports, it's like watching a masterful quarterback pick apart a defense.
There you go. There you go. This is manly time! And Kenny Omega gonna go off the ropes here. Shibata though catches him with a boot. Could be a German. Standing switch.
German. Kenny with a German.
Shibata.
I thought Shibata was going to eat it, but he is clearly shaken up here.
Definitely stunned.
Not good for Shibata. Kenny Omega. Oh, is he gonna? No, I think he. Oh, but Shibata with a standing switch, a German of his own.
And Kenny Omega just crumples there.
And Shibata's left knee is just ravaged right now.
Omega on all fours.
The shin, the hamstring, that entire left leg is basically a crumpled up Twizzlers at this point.
And now Shibata is. Kenny Omega with an expert counter!
With the knee bar.
And look at the grapevine on that, and then he's just gonna kick Shibata. Is there anybody, I'll tell you, this is why I can't wait for Naito versus Omega, guys. Because you're talking about two of the most brilliant competitors, I think, in New Japan, because that was an expert counter by Omega.
If Kenny Omega can raise his hips up just a little bit, he can break Shibata's knee.
He could. And
but Shibata gets to the ropes.
Can I just say, and let me just point something out, guys. You didn't see this expert level of submissions against Elgin. You didn't see it against Evil. You're seeing it against a man with an injured leg. You know what that tells me? Omega's greatest strength may very well be adaptability. Yep. Unbelievable. And there's a V trigger.
Oh, and there's the knee.
There's a V trigger. Two. Shibata kicks out.
That was I gotta say, we're giving Kenny Omega credit, but Shibata deserves credit for kicking out of that because that was a deep pin.
Shibata's a resilient son of a bitch.
And here he's lost the one-winged angel.
And Shibata, is he going to have a counter here?
I don't know.
He could slide out into the sleeper. Kenny Omega's in a precarious position.
Oh, he's got his arm.
Oh,
Shibata might be turning this into a submission.
If he falls back, that's dangerous. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Wow.
The arm bar there. And Kenny Omega, he does. These two warriors, and you're right. I mean, like I said.
But he's right back into the middle of the ring.
Now the triangle. He's got the triangle. And Omega has got to get his foot. He might be fading here.
This is kind of a reverse triangle, even.
Exactly.
He had his legs. He had his legs, locked, almost like a figure four. Really cranking on that, man. That was really dangerous. And Kenny Omega is very smart to get to the ropes as quickly as he did.
Like I was saying, though, partner, absolutely, I'll give Shibata credit. He's a resilient son of a bitch.
Oh my God,
and look at that, just kick Kenny Omega there. But I will also say this. I don't think I've ever been more into Kenny Omega than since he has upgraded to the heavyweight class. He has been absolutely
Look at Kenny.
marvelous.
Every single one of Omega's kicks are to the injured shoulder of Shibata.
He's just so cerebral. And that wasn't cerebral at all. Maybe I should redact that statement. Oh, the V-trigger to the face!
That was smart. That was plenty smart. He pissed Shibata off, got Shibata to charge in, and then took advantage with the V-trigger. And here, another V-trigger. That's 3. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and no. I didn't know that might have actually been it, but it wasn't. Shibata managed to find it in himself to kick out. That was impressive on Shibata's part. And look at this. Just knee after knee after knee. Kenny Omega doing so much damage, maybe even concussing Shibata in the process.
And now Shibata and another V-trigger. Oh my God.
That's 4 V-triggers. And now he's going for the one-winged angel. This might be it, people.
No! Oh my God!
The sleeper! He's got it locked in completely, too. This is going to be the end of the match, John.
Oh.
He's got it even grapevined.
Oh my God. Kenny Omega has the power, but he has the power. He just made it.
What?
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
It's Kenny Omega.
Shibata being
the
technical wizard that he is, had his shoulders both off the mat. No pinfall attempt there, and now he is putting Kenny Omega to sleep. Omega might be out, and here he's going to go for the penalty kick, and he hits it. That's going to be it. Pin. 1, 2. Shibata picks up a win. Both of these men are now 3-3.
I'll be honest, that's kind of a shocker to me. Kenny Omega was in such a groove. I thought he was going to join Elgin at 4-2. Shibata, like I said, he's a resilient son of a bitch, and he did not let go of that sleeper. And give Kenny Omega some credit. For all the people that try and fight out of that sleeper, I think Kenny Omega was the closest to really having an escape there, but Shibata wasn't to be denied. Unreal match between these two. Kenny Omega's matches as a heavyweight, and Shibata in general, we already know how great he is. I just need to emphasize, Omega's matches as a heavyweight have been blowing my damn mind. Like, oh my God, what a match.
You made a great point while we were talking about this match. Omega versus Naito really is the apex of the B block.
Yeah.
I understand that Omega is now 3-3. He's not going to have the best record after today, but even after today, the best possible record is still only one match better than that.
And I got to tell you, if you're Omega, you are really hoping that Naito loses up next to Nakajima. Because
why? Nakajima's 3-2 as well. He'd go to 4-2.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, I guess it's a lose-lose for Omega. He really had to win that one. I mean, Omega is nowhere near out of the running, but it's difficult now.
I was just going to say, luckily for Omega, the tournament doesn't end tonight. He's he's got a chance still. He has to rely on other people losing to get there, but he's not out of the running. He's still very much in the race. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of Kenny Omega and Shibata. Shibata just beasting through that match, picking up the win with the penalty kick. Up next, we've got Naito Nakajima. That's going to be an excellent bout as well, and we will see you for that. Stay tuned.